Well, shall we begin?
Yes.
Okay. Somewhere, there are the Lands of Muse. 4 lands, each a magical, strange, whimsical world defined by an art. Pictura, an endless, flowing spring prairie of paint, ink, and charcoal. Sylphony, a sparkling autumnal forest of music and singing rivers, and cellos growing on trees. Merokyone, a dark and dour, wintry mountain range of weaving, marble, metal, and woodworking. And at the point where the other lands converge, Panscenico, an enormous summer city consisting entirely of an open-air theater, a land of drama and comedy, divas vying for attention, and overworked producers sweating in the wings. Each of these lands have their problems, their dangers, but altogether, life is good. Beautiful and fluid and full of people motivated by expression, growth, and dedication. Our story begins in Pictura. As always, it is a beautiful spring afternoon. A little halfling girl excitedly plucks vibrant orange carrots dripping with wet paint from a garden and throws them into a crate before taking off to the bustling market. An elderly human man in loose black robes sits thoughtfully before crushing a piece of black wheat in his hand and smearing its charcoal over a silk screen in one smooth, assured stroke, the dragon on the silk slithering to life. A pair of 2-foot-tall mice sit in the cattails around a crystal-clear lake, giggling and holding hands as they dip their brushes in the water. An ancient monk works in absolute silence as he clings to the ceiling of a parchment tower, swirling royal blue calligraphy along its surface in meditative perfection. The sun is a soft, tender yellow, warm and inviting, playful and free. The prairie wind blows like life itself, laughing onto the happy cheeks of all who live here. We follow the wind, the prairie guide, past rolling hills of honey yellow wheat, onto an oil-painted cobblestone road near the edge of the region of Bacrylica. Farms stretch long and far beside the road, filled with acrylic mulberry bushes and fields of oily sunflowers. The land here is soaked with paint, from orchards and farms and wild grasses and flowers, almost swampy in its abundance of natural paint and pigment. It bleeds onto the cobblestone road, colored in rainbow swirls of ever-shifting paint from the unknown years of its existence. And on this road, the wind blows through the petals of pink ink flowing off the cherry blossoms and over the shoulders of 3 wanderers traveling together. Would you all please describe who we see?
As we all hesitate to go. All right. So Ilia is an elven woman with long golden hair and golden eyes, and she wears clothes that are very autumn in color, so red and gold and orange, those sorts of colors. And she has a what is it? What's the instrument called again?
The bandor?
Bandor. Thank you. On her back. Actually, I guess it would probably be in a case, now that I think about it, and just strapped to her back, and just has a very, like, she sees all this beauty before her and just kind of seems to not react too heavily to a lot of it as she scans back and forth.
You also see a rather short tiefling. She has almost kind of like a gray skin tone a little bit, with maybe a hint of pink to it, and these horns that just kind of curl back from her head. And she has this black hair that's just kind of in a braid that she wears off to the side. And her clothing looks handmade. It's a really dark green color, and it's embroidered heavily with like this kind of really maroon colored string, or also like a lot of thread is gold. And she always has a very ornate book with her as well.
You will also see a rather large turtle, standing just about 6 feet tall and weighing about 420 pounds. Rather large guy. A big turtle shell on his back that is painted with different calligraphy and different depictions of important events in his life and different scales, I guess, of his shell. He is wearing gray robes with kind of like a brown belt, and his scales seem to be this gray, green, brown kind of blend depending on where they are at on his body. The robes cover most of his torso and kind of go flowing down past his legs, and in his hand he carries a quarterstaff, and across his back you'll see just a short sword kind of with a widened blade at the tip.
Sweet. You three are walking on the Framing Road. This is kind of the main road in Pictora, this ancient road that travels through all these different regions. You're in the region of Bacrilica. This road is traveling in the direction that will lead you out of this region and towards Calligrypha. You all, somewhere on your person, or maybe you got rid of it, each of you has a note, a handwritten note that you received, likely from like a little painted raven, a little silver raven made of paint that landed near you sometime in the last week or so, from Ser Huecryer. She is the muse of Pictora, sort of the unofficial default leader. She's not like a noble, she's not an elected official, but she is kind of a spirit that it's no secret she was the first person to exist in Pictora and the person who painted most of it. And you got a note from her saying that she wanted to ask you all a favor, and if you would meet her at the Hoppy Hollow, a little tavern, pub, inn that's sort of near the end of the Bacrilican part of the Framing Road here. So you are on your way there. You're probably just like a couple minutes walk from being near the Hoppy Hollow. Yeah, what are you all? Are you walking in complete silence? Are you hanging out? Is anyone plucking flowers? What have you been up to as you're traveling?
I think for Koru, just because he spent a majority of his life as a silent monk, he's still not very long-worded. He kind of... But he doesn't really speak too much. He's mostly rather quiet and contemplative, and you'll see him just really kind of taking in the scenery around him and all of the animals barking in the background that he sees walking by.
I think as she's walking, Reverie probably has a tapestry she's been working on embroidering in her hands. And while I'm looking at it, and I have maybe some like deep purple thread out, can I roll my portent rolls for the day?
Absolutely. If you do them secretly, but send me the results. Perfect. Just DM them to me or whatever. I mean, I guess you can share if you want, but more fun if it's a surprise.
Exactly.
As for Ilia, she's generally more quiet and reserved as well. She's studying a lot of the people along the way, so we have a really great talkative group, it seems.
Yeah, it's like, great. All three of you are like, I don't speak much. Like, okay.
But she seems to mostly just be kind of watching the people as they, go by, or as we pass them by, and especially noting if there's like children running around laughing and kind of just eyeing what they're doing, and paying attention to people.
Yeah, there's definitely like so much life buzzing around you, little insects chirping, kids running around on nearby farms. There's just like so much bright, happy noise here kind of all the time. Reverie, so you have this tapestry. Is it something that is like sort of blank, or do you think it's something that you've been working on for forever? Sort of, what does it look like as you're manifesting these portents?
Yeah, I think it's maybe about halfway done. So I've been working on it for quite a bit. It's very detailed, I'd say. But certainly there's a lot. So there's a lot that's already been done, but there's still probably about half of it that's blank, kind of still waiting for me to fill it in.
Yeah. Does it depict anything in particular? Is it a little more abstract?
Yeah, I think this one at least is very heavily like nature themed. So there's definitely like and I feel like this walk is definitely inspiring her on some of the embroidery she wants to include on it. So it's definitely like maybe right now she's probably including like the inky raven that dropped the note off to her.
Yeah, absolutely. As you take this needle, and you said it was sort of a deep purple thread, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You take this needle, something that has happened many times to you before is it's almost like your hand is guided, like without thinking or without you intending to. And appearing on this tapestry is that silver raven that you saw before, sort of outlined in purple, and it's almost like you see it in this tapestry that it's like landing on a branch, and it's sort of almost a little comedic in that you can see it's like a little off balance, like it just like barely caught itself, like it was like just enough to like catch itself right on this little stick, but it almost, and then I think you also see that maybe you're going to, your hand sort of is guided again and starts making the shape of like one of the just like fields of gorgeous flowers that you're seeing, and instead of like a beautiful bright purple violet, there's sort of a like wilted, almost dead flower that appears in this tapestry.
Yeah, I think at that she kind of pauses for a moment and just kind of has a frown that comes over her face at the wilted flower.
Awesome. Yeah, so our chatty crew here, Chatty Cathy's, name of the party. You guys are walking along. I mean, there's so much to enjoy just being here. Like, it kind of makes sense that you don't talk. There's just a lot to look at and take in and smell. Great, yeah. You begin to, at this point, you're getting close to the Hoppy Hollow, and you can tell you're getting close because there suddenly are several trees. This is a prairie. All of Pictora is a prairie. Trees are like diamonds. Like, there ain't no damn trees around here. They are so rare. So you see lining the framing road are these beautiful painted cherry blossom trees with these, pink blossoms, and the petals are floating off in the wind and kind of dripping paint onto the ground. You know that that's sort of the sign. And just after a few moments, you find yourself standing in front of the Hoppy Hollow. This is a place that you all know very well. It's a place where you first met each other, and also the place that you protected from a giant and helped you become sort of like little mini folk heroes in Pictora. There is this like just enormously huge, like almost unnaturally huge cherry blossom tree that has a 30-foot hollow in it that built into it there is a like painted wooden tavern. The wood of it is this like deep, almost like wine, like cherry red, and also notably is that this cherry tree is actually fruiting. The cherry blossoms that we think of don't really fruit. They do create fruit, but not fruit that you want to eat. Hanging off of the little blossoms on this tree are just like the juiciest, most delicious cherries you've ever seen in your life. The door is open. There's probably just like a couple little steps up to it. Y'all have arrived.
I think, getting up to the door, Reverie's probably just going to look back at the others and just kind of shake out some nerves a little bit and just say, are you guys as nervous as I am to meet Ser Huecryer?
No, but should we be?
I mean, I don't think so, hopefully. More that I just have heard so many tales of what kind of person they are.
I'm not nervous.
All the Muses seem to have great powers. I am curious to know what Ser Huecryer is like.
Only one way to find out. And I guess at that, Reverie will just push the door open and hop on through.
Awesome. Yeah. You push open the door and walk in, and immediately, sorry, one sec. Yeah, you walk in, there is just a beautiful, beautiful little tavern here. It's so warm. Again, that sort of like deep cherry red wood. It's sort of mainly one story, but you see some stairs going up to like kind of, balcony, terrace, whatever. To your right, there's like a little bar. It's rather short. It's maybe like only 2 feet tall, with lots of little glasses. And as soon as you walk in, there's sort of a sudden like springing of a creature from behind it, and 2 long gray rabbit ears, as a voice says, oh my goodness, I see you all have arrived. You have arrived. Welcome. Yes, hello. Running over to you is a little, like 3-foot tall rabbit man. He's got like a little leather apron on and some pants and no shirt and a little like bartender rag slung over his shoulder. This is Terrytail Cherryvale. He is the owner and proprietor of the Hoppy Hollow. You definitely all know him, not well, but you've been to this tavern before, and you saved it from being destroyed by a giant, so he absolutely loves you and sort of runs up to you. I think, Reverie, you were the first one in. He reaches out to, sort of little soft little rabbit paws and takes your hand. Oh my goodness, well, Reverie, yes, it's so good to see you again. Welcome, come on in. Oh, and you too as well, the turtle man, and you over there, the sad one. Yes, excellent.
Hello.
Chatty as ever, I see. Perfect. Well, I assume you're here to meet Ser Huecryer, yes?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yes.
Oh, exciting.
Well.
Feel free to expound. That's all right. I do enough talking for the both of us. Perfect. Come right this way. Come on, quickly. He'll lead you towards the stairs. You see there are some other patrons here. There's like sort of a grizzled looking halfling man who looks up and smiles at you and gives you a little thumbs up. There's sort of a like very tired looking raven like Aarakocra woman who's just sort of like leaning and like very slowly getting a little bread. And Terrytail will walk you over to the stairs and lead you up. And the balcony is empty. The whole place isn't really popping this time of day. But sitting at a gorgeous wooden table in the middle of this balcony here is Ser Huecryer. She is almost certainly like the most beautiful person you have ever seen. She is literally a painting. She has jet black straight hair like down to her thighs, sort of like deep tan skin, East Asian features. She is wearing this like preternaturally shiny silver armor with these big like pauldrons, is that the right word, like sort of coming off the shoulders, and this sort of armored breastplate and a little like leather skirt and matching silver greaves. In a sheath on her back you see just the tip of this huge paintbrush staff that you all know immediately. This is her like legendary mythic weapon, so to speak, called pigment. She's sitting there at this table and looks up. Oh, incredible. Lovely. Thank you all so much for coming. Please, would you have a seat? And Terrytail kind of immediately bounds over and quickly like pulls out the chairs for you. Please, and sit down, please.
Before
Is there
sitting,
a chair large enough for me?
That's a good question with your shell. As you look at the chairs and see that there's not one big enough for you, you see that Ser Huecryer immediately clocks that and whips out her enormous paintbrush staff and just creates a painting of a chair like perfectly sized for you. It has like a dip in the back for your shell, and it sort of solidifies in space. And she says, "For you, I want everyone to be comfortable."
I love that. And before sitting down, she'll do, she will go up and do one of those like very flourishing bows, to Ser Huecryer, and then takes a seat.
Yeah, she sort of returns the bow very knightly.
I think that Reverie, almost feeding off the high energy from the barkeep, she's just kind of excited, and she's just kind of wringing her hands in front of her, and she's like, it's such an honor to be, called to meet you from you directly.
Oh, well, thank you. Honestly, I'm here to ask a favor, so perhaps, glad that you feel honored, but honestly, honored to meet you. The Hoppy Hollow is one of my favorite places in all of Pictora, and you three are the ones that saved it, so the honor is reciprocated.
I can see why it'd be one of your favorite places. It's wonderful.
Terrytail sort of is like hopping in place, so excited at hearing all of this and hearing Ser Huecryer be like, this is my favorite place here. Oh, well, incredible. Now that you're all seated, I'm going to be right back with some refreshments and some homemade cheese and some bread and some cherry wine. Anyone need anything?
No.
Fish stew?
Fish stew, yes, of course. Anytime, good sir. You saved my life and you saved my business, and I owe you everything, and I'm so grateful for you. And he'll just sort of awkwardly, like, kiss your shell just a little bit. And then maybe, like, blushes a little and realizes that maybe wasn't appropriate, and just sort of bounds away down the stairs.
I love Terrytail.
I feel like he just kind of like turns his head like a turtle, like trying to like look back to where he
The tortoise in the hair! Wow! That's incredible. Great. Well, Ser Huecryer sort of turns with like a laugh at Terrytail's antics. Yes, well, I've heard many times from Terrytail about your heroism, and from others around Pictora. It's well known that you are brave wanderers in the land. Koru, of course, I've heard about you, rather unique origins there. So what I wanted to speak to you about is, so you know that once a year in Panscenico, they put on the show to sate the enormous mass of hungry limbs that surround the giant theater city, in order for it not to devour the city and therefore all the other lands of Muse. Normally, I go around Pictora and then travel to Sylphony and then to Maracaione and deliver all of the goods required for the stage play to Dandelion, the muse of Panscenico. But, and she looks like maybe just like a little bit uncomfortable. But the giant infestation has grown a little bit past its norm here in Pictora. Nothing truly to be alarmed about, but just abnormal, and I would feel uncomfortable leaving Pictora in this time. I have a rather important meeting soon today, actually. So what I was wondering is, would it be too much of a bother if you three gathered the supplies from the lands and took them to Dandelion?
Could I potentially make an insight to see if the giant problem is maybe a bit worse than she thinks it is?
Absolutely. Yeah, go for it. First roll, baby.
Hell yeah.
13 on the dice plus 4 for 17.
Okay, on a 17. That's quite good. You don't think that she's lying, and you don't think that she... Like, you know she has really good judgment. You think... You think, what she is saying is true in that she's like, it's nothing troubling. There's not, like, some big issue brewing. But you do on a 17 insight, like, see in her that, like, for who knows how many years, like centuries or millennia even, the giant infestation has stayed, like, pretty much completely steady. So she's more troubled than she lets on. Not that she thinks people are in danger, but that she's like, why is anything different?
Oh, I think taking all of that in, I think still Koru will probably say, well, of course we will help you.
It is important for the show to go on. Of course we will.
Oh my goodness, yes. Oh, have you met Dandelion? They like to say that a lot.
Have I met Dandelion in my traveling as a messenger?
They don't leave Panscenico, so do you think you've been to Panscenico?
I mean, I would say I've traveled pretty extensively. I don't know if I've limited myself just to Pictura, but I've been trying to find others like me, so I think I would have tried to expand past that. And if they're sending messages back and forth too, I would assume that maybe I had gone along on something.
Yeah, definitely. I make a charisma check. You've definitely seen Dandelion. He is hard not to see, and he's very loud and bossy and all over the city.
I got a
question of if you... Okay, so you have not met him, but you've seen them doing their thing, for sure. And what Ser Huecryer said about his demeanor absolutely tracks from what you saw.
I have never had the fortune of meeting Dandelion. Only Mellowmane, and now you.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I believe Mellowmane had told me about you. And how are you finding your quest?
I have not found results yet. Perhaps this journey will help.
Certainly. Doing things for others and being involved in the community often has good results.
It seems to make others happy.
You see, like, just a look of a little bit of, like, heartbreak on her face. And you, Reverie, would you do me this honor?
Yes, I mean, of course I would do it just because you asked it, but also you're just asking us to go and travel around and see all the different places? That really seems more like a favor to me than anything, so yes.
All right, wonderful. Reverie, make an insight check.
All right. Five.
Okay. You see, like, as you say that, her, like, gaze kind of lingers on you, and her expression is just incomprehensible to you. Who knows?
I will say that whenever she was talking to Ilia, and I think she mentioned some key words for Reverie about community and doing things for other people. I mean, and if you had looked over at Reverie in that moment, she's just enthusiastically nodding her head in agreement, because these are like the keystones for her.
Love it. Incredible. Yeah, she definitely noticed. I also noticed. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, she sort of reaches into like a little pouch in her side and pulls out like a rather long scroll. It's pretty narrow. She pulls out this scroll and she says, "Well, I am hoping that it is an adventure and a way to meet new people and travel. It is quite a few things." She'll sort of roll out this scroll. I'm gonna send you guys this list of things. And I'll talk through them as well. But there is this list of things that need to be found, or picked up and delivered to Panscenico. Sorry if that is a little off. So the list says 4 things from Pictora. There are playbills that have been made in Calligrypha that you need to pick up. There is a watercolor, like nature backdrop set piece in Suisima. Suisima is the sort of watercolor region. It says Minika and Maroshi. Minika and Maroshi are 2 little mouse best friends that are sort of like the default community leaders in Suisima. There is an elaborate Renaissance-style backdrop of like an epic bacchanal party in Bacrilica. There's a guy that you all would know named Tato, who's like a big meadowlark sort of avian guy, who oversees the town of Marcolori. Marcolori's like the one town in Bacrilica, kind of. It's where all of the migrants from Panscenico enter Pictora in Marcolori. It's also where all of the big, like, markets and merchants and all that, like, bustling stuff happens. He sort of oversees that. And then there's also some silk screens of dragons and clouds in Mokutan, which is the sort of like charcoal and ink region. Actually, everyone make me a history check real quick as you read silk screens from in Mokutan from Sotatsu.
Natural 20.
Okay.
I got a 19.
Okay.
My first roll. That means I'm gonna die later.
Yes! No, it means you'll never die. Okay, great. So a nat 20, a 19, and a 22. Incredible. So you all know this. So Tatsu, it would kind of be unlikely you wouldn't know this. So Tatsu is a, like, red dragonborn warrior who lives in the town in Mokutan is called Tawaraya, and it is sort of a giant maze of silk screens that's like ever shifting. And I'll say, Ilia, Nat 20, you know that the town in Tawaraya is not like the true town. You can like go into the silk screens to like enter their like nature scenes and backdrops, and within one of those silk screens there is this red dragonborn warrior guy named Sotatsu, who's kind of the leader there because he single-handedly holds off a horde of fire giants that try to harvest and eat the coal wheat that grows in that area. So just reading, like, you need to go get these silk screens from this guy. Like, all the rest sound a little like, oh, fun, let's go talk to some little mice. And this one's a little like, oh, go talk to this, like, epic, super serious, like, samurai warrior who fights giants constantly. But fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love this world.
And then also, thank you. And then in Symphony, the scroll says that there are 2 pieces of music that they need you to pick up. One from Mellowmane themselves. Ilia, you immediately are like, it's good that you have a very close personal connection with them. It is also annoying because Mellowmane is also a wanderer, so they are not often, they're not super easy to find. And then noticeably, it does say the other piece of music is from Arwen, your twin brother.
Yeah.
Who's also a bit of a wanderer, so, but that's pretty, like...
Yeah, she'd definitely tilt her head a little at the name Arwen.
Yeah. And then it also says that you need to retrieve 1 full orchestra in Fortissimo. Yeah, so you just gotta get a quick orchestra real quick. I will say, Ilia, on your nat 20, and just from being from there, you know that's gonna be a pain in the ass. Musicians in Symphony are like, you know, the way that Dandelion is a diva, like a full orchestra trying to like wrangle them all and take them somewhere. Whew, good luck.
Yay.
Yay. And then from Marocaione, Reverie, I did mean to send you this information earlier, and then I didn't. My bad. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there are 5 mountains in Marocaione that sort of make up the mountain range. Each of them, the words listed here, the names are not the names of the mountains, but these are the names of each mountain. Basically has like one little village on it. So from the village of Devil Den, they need you to pick up some prop swords and knives and a clay urn. From Angel Crest, they need, there's several marble statues that have been carved there. Wiverwood, which is where you're from, where your village is, Ilia, or Reverie. They need you to pick up some costumes and an elaborate wooden throne. In Dovefall, there are 2 stained glass windows to be retrieved. And then it also says from Hiragalma herself. Hiragalma is the muse of Marocaione, a very sort of isolated, mysterious figure at the top of her own mountain. It just says there's some incredible, huge tapestry that you need to get from her. So the scroll kind of rolls along the table, you know, and falls off the edge and then keeps rolling for like another 2 feet. So, thank you for agreeing to do this.
The orchestra is going to be difficult.
Go ahead, Sarah.
She just says the orchestra is going to be difficult. Sorry. Which Sarah?
You're good.
Either way, I was just saying, do we have a time frame?
Good question. I will say, another thing that I meant to DM about, whatever. So you would all know that time works differently in Panscenico than it does in the other 3 lands. So while the show happens once a year for like Pictorans, in Panscenico it's every month. It's once a month they have to put on this show, which maybe explains a little bit of like the absolute chaos of Panscenico is like, okay, every single month we're having to up our game on an original piece of like creative performance. So in terms of the timeline, it's sort of like, and also the 1 year versus 1 month thing, even that is not like a strict it's still kind of fluid, and like that's not always exact, and sometimes Merocayane and Sylphony are on the same timeline, and sometimes one is like a little bit behind or ahead. So I think Ser Huecryer will say, I mean, you have quite a bit of time. It's a little difficult to tell. Dandelion does know that I'm requesting this favor of you all, so they will let me know if, time is running out, because it can be hard to keep track. So that's why we try to do the gathering and the delivery well ahead of time. But should be no time pressure, unless something absolutely fucking wild happens, which hopefully not, but I think you should be good, and I'll let you know if, like, holy shit, you better get it done in the next week or whatever.
It seems as though you've done this in the past. Do you have a recommended starting point?
Yes, actually, that is a great question. Koru, I believe I've heard from Sheikh Samit that you ended on perfectly good terms, so hopefully you will be happy. But Calligrypha, of course, is just down the road. If you keep following the framing road, you will get to Calligrypha, and just past that is Deshibo and Tordeshibo. The silent monks there have the playbills that are required, and I've spoken with them, and they are more than willing to loan you 3 of their calligraphins, just to make your travels a little bit easier and quicker.
It will be nice to see some old friends again.
Yes, that's what I was hoping.
Do any of these in particular kind of stick out to you as something that's going to be more difficult for us?
Well, I mean, honestly, it should be pretty easy. I haven't had much trouble. Most of the times that I've had trouble have been traveling in between places, and, oh, there's a bunch of giants. I gotta go, get rid of them and protect everyone. But if you're just going to pick things up from people that know that you're coming and want to give them to you, the thing that's probably the most difficult will be getting the tapestry from Hiragalma. She's not a bad being, but she's hard to get to, very reserved, reclusive, so that might be the most difficult. It might require some harsh travel and some strong persuasion.
And if we did have any questions about anything along the way, is there a way for us to contact you?
Incredible that you asked. She's gonna take out like a little origami sort of like raven that she's folded, and sort of like puts her finger on it, and you see silver paint flow over it, and it sort of like solidifies almost into this little statue, and she'll hand it to you. Reverie, this is for you, or either of you, any of you that need to use it. This, if you choose to do so, it can turn into a raven, and you may have that raven deliver a message to me, and then the raven will return to you. It should have no problem over range as long as you're in Pictora, but as soon as you go to one of the other lands, probably won't work so well. At this moment, Terrytail sort of hops. He doesn't even take the stairs. He hops up over and onto the balcony, holding like a rattling tray. And he comes over and he says, "Oh, cherry wine for all the heroes. Cherry wine for the heroes." And he takes these little glasses of his like famous cherry wine and places them in front of all of you, and then he takes 4 little plates and puts them in front of everyone. All right, and there's some fresh cheese and some bread that I've made, and there's a little bit of rhubarb jam from my farm, and it should be absolutely incredible, just as you are.
Thank you, Terrytail.
And my fish stew?
And the fish stew! Dang it, I'm so sorry, forgive me. He just backflips off the balcony. Yeah.
I don't let him see it, but I do hang my head in slight disappointment.
He bounds up like a split second later. He does another backflip back onto the balcony and sloshes a bunch of fish stew like out of the bowl because it was just way too full because he was overcompensating. And he says, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What else do you need? Please forgive me.
I think this should suffice for now.
Okay, tell me if it's horrible. Please. If it's bad, I want to make it better, okay? Incredible. And he'll backflip away. Okay. Oh, yes. Incredible. Okay, I'm adding it to the menu permanently. We're going to call it the Koru Special. It's the Koru now. Anytime you want it, you call it and you say, give me the Koru.
I was just imagining that we were all just like staring intently at you while you tried your soup and reported back.
I'll even tell him I will recommend it to all of my friends.
Oh, incredible. God, I love you all. God, I love you all. I love you. Oh! You suddenly gets really embarrassed again and jumps off the balcony.
Can we
You hear sort of
adopt him?
clattering of bottles.
Stop going on my desk.
I think you just see Reverie kind of like wrap the little origami raven up in some like cloth and then tuck it away into her bag.
Amazing.
I will
Ser
drink some
Huecryer
wine
will...
and eat some food.
Yes, absolutely. A toast
Yeah.
to favors in kind.
2 favors in kind.
Favors and kind.
Great. You all sip this wine. It is... God, it's amazing. It's like maybe the best drink you've ever had. It is so... like sweet but also tart, and it's not cloying, and there's something like almost a little bit creamy about it. It's just so delicious. The cheese on the
Finds
plate
true
is
happiness in wine. No, I'm kidding.
and here it is, character arc achieved. She's level 20. Also, as you all drink this wine, each of you gains 10 temporary hit points.
Ooh, cool.
It's a real good wine. The cheese is like a little sort of brie style, but it's like this like creamy yellow. You can tell it's so fresh. It smells amazing, and it's nice and soft and has that bloomy rind. There's like a little roll with each of them that has like carved into the roll is like a little sun, and the roll is so wheat yellow that it's like glowing a little bit. And is just like stays warm the entire time you're eating it. This like semi-magical bread. Yeah, and there's a little bit of homemade rhubarb jam. Just like complements itself. It's warm and it's fresh, and you know that every single bit of it was made, you know, within 200 feet of where you're sitting.
I think
Amazing.
Reverie is definitely, she's not scarfing it down. She's definitely the type to just savor every single bite because this is so good. I feel like in Marocchini, I want to say that the food is good, but I want to say it's almost more simple. It's not as decadent as this.
Totally.
This is definitely new for her.
Yeah. Absolutely. The Marocchine food is definitely more like rustic, and probably all the bread there, you know, is like dark, like pumpernickel-y.
Yeah.
It's a little more like Viking-y. Like the food is just as good. It's just very different. Yeah.
Marocchini. I will get it right one day.
Literally, whatever you say is correct because you're from there. And whatever I say is also correct because I'm God. So there's just different ways of saying things. Yeah.
I think similarly to how you're savoring your food, I don't think that Koru is a very fast eater. I think a lot of his movements, unless he's in combat, are very like slow, thoughtful. Like he takes his time with everything that he does, and so you'll see him like very slowly kind of putting the rhubarb on there and like, oh nope, I need a little bit more, and like tasting everything and like really enjoying this, but not moving too quickly through it either.
Ilia will savor each bite and everything, but I think it'd just be a normal eating pace for her, you know. She just
Love it. Incredible. Yeah, you eat here with Ser Yona, and she, you know, maybe asks you a little bit about, so I've heard the story from Terrytail's perspective, but I'm so curious what exactly happened with the giant here.
Well, I think that he heard her music, and I'll point at...
What was your name one more time?
Ilia.
I think it was Ilia's music, and then I was playing the drums too, so I was maybe kind of involved in that, but he didn't like the music, so he came down and was not really happy with anybody here and tried to smash things.
We weren't playing when the giant arrived, though.
You weren't.
She laughs.
I study her
Reverie.
laughter.
She like leans in an excitement to talk about this, and she's just like, for real though, you should have seen Ilia and Koru. I've never seen a couple of people just so brave, and they really did it was so cool to watch.
Wow. Glowing reviews all around. You know, I think I picked the right people for this.
You did.
Thank you. She'll reach over.
with his turtle claws.
Yeah, slow, giant claw. Yeah. As you finish up the meal, she'll say, oh, I almost forgot. Sorry, I had a couple more things for you. She's gonna pull out 3 little, like... I didn't think about this until now, but I'm going with it. 3 little, you know those tubes of acrylic paint? Yeah. There's like 3 tubes of red acrylic paint, and she slides them over the table. This isn't that funny. There's 1 healing potion for each of you. These are greater healing potions, so 44 plus 4, 3 of them. And I am realizing you will definitely need some way to carry all of these things. She's gonna whip out pigment once again, and just on the floor of the Hoppy Hollow, she's gonna draw just a black circle that sort of forms in on itself, and she'll reach down and fold it up and hand you guys a portable hole.
Nice.
I'll grab it unless someone else does. Love me a portable hole.
Oh yeah, go for it. You have a portable hole now. And with that, as that beautiful moment happens, Terrytail appears right behind you. Oh my goodness, wait! No! Are you leaving? Don't leave yet. Hold on. I also have something to give you. Here! Here's a bottle of his cherry wine. That you see, he's like rapidly tried to draw your faces on them. I'm gonna do a performance check for him. Okay, he got a dirty 20. As expected for a Pictoran, barkeep, he's got it. A beautiful portrait, like over the label, so it doesn't even, he's gotten rid of his own branding to just like draw this acrylic portrait of the 3 of you, like heroically, like much more muscular and attractive than you are, like decapitating a giant. Yeah.
That's really good. You should hang something like that over the fireplace.
Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. I am so overwhelmed all the time, but especially when you 3 are here. Crazy. I have to go. I'm going to have a heart attack. She just springs away.
Is that one gonna be okay?
Yes. He's pretty much always like that, so He says he's gonna have a heart attack, but that's just sort of his baseline, is just moments before a heart attack. Rabbit, you know? Yeah. He's just got a big, fast heart. Well, there is a crash of thunder, like far off in the distance, but you hear this roiling, like... And Ser Huecryer kind of looks up and, like, out a window, and she says, that's actually my meeting, so I need to go. Thank you so much. Send me a message if you need help or have any questions. Yes, I recommend going to Calligrypha. Thank you so much again. She'll give, like, a deep, knightly bow. Best of luck.
Thank you, and thank you for entrusting us with this.
Of course, thank you.
It was nice to meet you, Ser Huecryer.
And you. And all three of you. I simply must run. She turns and sort of bounds down the stairs and out. Yeah.
I think Reverie kind of just slumps in her chair a little bit, and she's just like, can you believe that we just met Ser Huecryer?
Yes.
Yes. Have you met a muse before?
I don't think so. I mean, in Marokayani, Kiraguama is very... she's a hermit, I guess you could say. I don't think very many people have met her. Certainly not me.
Well, it seems that this will be a lucky trip for you, as you are about to meet all of them.
Definitely.
And it makes you happy.
I think so. I think one thing I'm looking forward to is just seeing what everywhere looks like and getting inspiration for, you know, the things I like to create, or art, you know?
I think I can understand that.
At that moment, Terrytail comes in. Oh, let me get these dishes out of the way. And he sort of piles them up, like, so recklessly. The plates are, like, just, like, barely, they're not stacked, and just sort of, like, cups. And it's, like, you know, it's twice his height, the stack of dishes that he has. And just with every step, you're like, it's going to fall. They're all going to break. And then they don't, and he jumps off the balcony, and you don't hear a crash.
All right. Perhaps we should go before I have a heart attack.
Incredible. Awesome. Y'all leave the Hoppy Hollow. You get outside. It's getting like a little close to evening now. You were traveling in the afternoon, so it's maybe, 4-ish p.m. The wind is starting to pick up. It's not storming where you are, but off in the distance in the direction you came from, you can see, okay, so half the reason I'm doing this campaign, I lived in North Dakota for 4 years as a kid, and I'm obsessed with the prairie. It's so beautiful. The best thing about the prairie is there's no trees and it's completely flat, so when there are storms you can just see all of it, and it's like so beautiful. So off in the distance you see these like dark sort of roiling clouds, and you can feel the wind picking up where you are, and then sort of, I don't know, east down the road, like to the left as you come out of the Hoppy Hollow. That direction of the framing road leads to Calligrypha.
Well, I know where we're going. If you'd like, I can lead the way.
Yeah.
Please.
And I'll set forth.
Sweet. Yeah. I mean, pretty nothing to be concerned about really as you're journeying. So one moment. Great. Yeah. You all walk for a while. It's probably only like a couple hours from the Hoppy Hollow. The Hoppy Hollow is like kind of this middle point, and it's closer to Tordeshibo than it is to the next city in Bakrylica, so that's part of why it's easiest to just go there first. Eventually, this sort of like oil painted sky begins to fade a little, and the rainbow like faded cobblestone road begins to also fade until you're all walking on just a giant white canvas. This is normal. You all know this is normal. As you get to the edge of Bakrylica, the paint ends and you enter this, this canvas is infinite, but this road that Ser Huecryer painted at the beginning of time allows you to travel it as if it is not infinite. And as you walk through, the canvas, this like bright white canvas that's almost like springy as you step on it, it sort of morphs and begins to fade into sort of a faded yellowy, and then the ground begins to like crackle under you a little bit. It's no longer bouncy, as it turns into this like yellowy parchment as you're nearing Calligrypha. And you see that, on this parchment that you're now walking on, the sky sort of fades back in, and it's this like deep royal blue. The sun here is more like golden than the sort of like pastel yellow of Bakrylica, although it is, mostly hidden behind stormy clouds. You see that trees like made of these like really complex calligraphies and turning into these dripping black inky leaves. There's like golden ones, blue ones, black ones, but just sort of like this place is more minimal than Bakrylica in some ways. This is...
Oh, I just have a quick question. As we're kind of heading a little bit closer and we're coming to a little bit more of a familiar place, since I grew up here, I know that there's silent monks. Is there like a specific practice for coming in? Should we have like a letter of intent? Like, should we write something out like, hey, this is what we're here to do? I know that I know sign language common there for communication. Should I give my allies a heads up? Hey, maybe don't talk, or are they allowed to talk in this sort of situation?
You would definitely know, like, Calligrypha is a whole region. The silent monks have a monastery called Tordeshibo. It is like the main city in Calligrypha. They are not like they're not like governing figures. So like you can do whatever you want. Ser Huecryer did say that she had talked to Sheikh Samit, who both you and Reverie would know. He's like the head monk at the monastery. So like they know you're coming and they've agreed to like give you the stuff and loan you the calligraphans. The sign language question is interesting. I would say probably a lot of people who live in Deshibo learn and use sign language like kind of out of respect. It's like not required, but even if they're not a monk, like the sort of villagers in the little hamlet around it are like, well, I live in this community that likes quiet, so I'll learn like how to communicate. And also y'all have been traveling together for some amount of time, so Koru and Reverie, you've both spent time at Tordeshibo. You have relationships with people there. They'll recognize you.
Yeah.
Sweet. Is there anything y'all are doing or like discussing? Just you're traveling for, a bit here.
Yeah, I think if they had any questions about the place that we're going to, I'd try and fill them in and kind of hitting those points that we had just kind of talked about, like giving them a rundown of what to expect coming here. It sounds like Reverie's been here before too, so she might not need that, but I want to make sure that Ilia comes in prepared as well. Like, maybe just doesn't come in and start playing her instrument in the middle of the monastery.
I think as you explain all of this too, she just kind of ask, like, why do the monks stay silent?
Was there a reason that I was ever given for it?
Oh, yeah.
Secret? Like...
Yeah, no. Not a secret. They are, as we had kind of discussed, they're almost like, they're not really a like religious order. They're almost like a really intense art school. So they dedicate themselves to silence so that the only way they can communicate is through writing. So like, and Ilia, you might even know this, but Koru certainly explains, and Reverie, that like, you know, calligraphy is very like fine motor skill, like takes a long time and patience. These monks can only talk by doing calligraphy, so they're really quick with it. Like, they can make perfect calligraphy, you know. Yeah, so it's more of a like, how do I become the best at my craft, and how do I like really dedicate myself to it in an intense way.
Does it make them happy?
Some, yes.
Did it make you happy?
I found that maybe I had a bit of a higher calling than being a scribe.
I think Reverie would chime in there and just say a higher calling.
Well, I don't know if you've ever met anybody quite like me.
No.
You haven't either, so I'm on a bit of a journey to discover more about myself and my people.
So, it's good that we have a lot of places to go to then.
Definitely can check those off the list.
Yeah, I will say, I think we talked about this during a secret private session 0, but neither of you nor anyone else in the Lands of Muse has ever heard of or seen a turtle person.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you end up
Or
at
maybe
the
there was-
monastery?
Well, the monks found my egg. I don't think neither of you were hatched from eggs.
I don't think so.
No. Although my birth is a little different
technically-
than normal as well. I was
Yes.
created from a song.
The monks found my egg, and that's where my journey began, and I was raised in the monastery and honed my skills.
Ilia, you said you were born from a song?
Yes.
Do you care to elaborate on that? You don't have to, but that's incredibly interesting to me.
Mellowmane sang me into existence.
Koru just takes a moment to whisper a message to Reverie and just say, I bet it was a sad song.
I think Reverie laughs out loud, and then tries to maybe mask it with a caw. That's cool that you've met Mellowmane. Does that make him like your father?
Father or mother, I suppose. I am not certain Mellowmane has a distinction for either.
Good to know.
Why did that make you laugh? Because I didn't hear the message.
You know, sometimes. I think it's a tick, really, just every once in a while. Out of nowhere, that just happens.
This
Make a deception
completely
check.
confuses her. But
What's your
All right.
passive insight, Ilia?
It's 10 plus my skill, right? So 14.
17.
Okay. You totally believe what Reverie said.
And I am completely
Just a tick.
confused by this.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, can I learn this tick? That'll save me time. But, yeah, she doesn't continue asking or anything. She's just mulling this in her head, confused.
Stop it.
Awesome. Y'all transition through on the framing road into Calligrypha. It is now fully storming. I mean, it's gorgeous. The sky is like darkened this sort of midnight purpley, and the crashes of lightning, the thunder just like fills the prairie. The wind in the prairie is already like just like, it's so delicious. And then when a storm is happening, it's just all heightened and everything is swaying. Like, it just all feels so alive. As you're approaching, you're probably, just a few minutes from Deshibo and Tordeshibo here. As you're getting closer, you all feel a rumbling in the ground. Not just from the sky, but from the ground. From up ahead in front of you.
I look
could
back
that
at
be?
Koru to see if he seems nervous.
I don't know that I would be. Like, even if things pop out on the road, like, he's not used to it, but he's ready to address it. Like, he's not the type of person to hang back and assess the situation. He's kind of walk towards it slowly.
But he is a rock.
I will try to make a perception as we walk towards this rumble as to what it is.
Yeah, go for it.
A 13 or an 18? It's a 13 plus 4, so 17.
17. On a 17, the rumbling is from many distinct creatures that are all large, but not enormous, and have more than 2 feet. As you note that sort of bounding up over a hill, like cresting it, there's a herd of speckled bison. Their skin is sort of this like really faded, like leathery parchment color, and all of their, that like thick, dense bison-y fur made out of like tiny infinitesimal calligraphy. Just a herd of them just running. They're not at a like full stampede, but there is a bunch of bison running.
I think I just go in my turtle shell until they all pass.
Steady as a rock.
I think Reverie would just kind of crouch behind him using the shell as a kind of shield.
I think with nowhere else to go, she'll follow Reverie's lead and crouch next to her behind them.
Okay, great. The bison are not in the road. They are like off to the left in a field. But I love immediately going into the shell and everyone crouching behind the shell. It's so good. That's great. Yeah, they all run past, and that sort of rumbling is gone.
you ever been inside a shell? It's kind of like a massage when the ground shakes.
Ooh,
That sounds nice.
that's a good point.
Does this feel good? And I'll knock on his shell.
Maybe?
It's probably loud.
I felt it, but I didn't really feel it.
Oh. Then I just kind of stand up, brush off, and continue.
Great. You guys keep walking. You round a corner and find this sort of little village of Deshibo that is all sort of like built around, sort of like flanking this enormous, like 120-foot tower of parchment that is covered in like years and years and years and years of incredible calligraphy, like of all styles. Some that is like highly geometric and disciplined, and some that's like a little more, symmetrical or asymmetrical and abstract. You immediately see there are 3 hill giants standing in front of the tower, hurling rocks at it as a group of maybe like 12, 15 silent monks are standing around them, like furiously battling them. Picking up clubs, smashing shit against it. You see that the tower is almost like reverberating every time it gets hit. The calligraphy on it almost seems to like come off the tower and glow and go back onto the parchment.
I think, if anything, I'm like step of the winding over there. Like I am getting over there as fast as I possibly can because my people are in trouble.
Yep. Absolutely. You go right up there. Actually, let's pause right here to take a little bio break, because I have to pee, and this is a good point.
Sounds good.
All right. I'm going to check on sushi.
All right.
You see that, Jake? I don't have to go uphill.
Incredible. What a luxury.
I don't know if I told you this, Sarah, but I bought a new computer chair for my old place, but there was a slight slope to the floor. So every time I would play something, I would just like slowly just drift like backward. Oh, I can't hear you if you're talking.
Dang it. I said that would annoy me so bad.
Oh, I stopped using it. I just used another chair. And it was not a very comfortable chair, but I made it work.
Actually, I had to start using, I had to get a new office chair because the one that I was using, like just one day, the whole back just like fell. Like it's supposed to be able to incline, but it just literally just went all the way back and wouldn't go back up.
No.
She was sadly on her side doing nothing. I'm gonna have to try to get her to eat later, but... I don't know why my other cats, like, every time I take her to the vet and bring her home, it's like they think she's a different cat and just freak out with her. So they're like hissing and panicking, and then I just open the door to check on her for a few minutes while they ate their food. And they're all scared to eat now, like looking like who's in that room.
Kitty.
Oh.
So
Animals.
sad.
Oops.
Okay,
Gotta
this
love 'em.
GIF that I just dropped into Discord, this is how I feel whenever you're like describing what everything looks like, and
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
seriously, it's so beautiful. I want to live here so bad.
Me
Thank
too.
you. Yay. Yeah, me too. God, what I would give. Oh, incredible. Okay, so we are going to do this theater of the mind style. Just FYI, there ain't no map because I don't have time for that right now, at least. Okay. So, picking back up, the perfect time to get high.
Yes.
Love it. You know it's on brand. Incredible.
This channel is dabbing dragons, so...
Yeah, absolutely. That's the whole
I feel
thing.
like a fraud being on it, to be honest. So.
I know, me too.
Well, I haven't had weed for a long while, too, so only Canyon's the one doing this, but...
Same. You know, founder.
Yeah. I'll have some again sometime.
Jake, you did partake that one time.
I did. It was so intense. Okay, great. So, dropping back in. Koru, you dash suddenly. This very slow turtle freaking soars through the air, probably like even lifted a little extra by the storm that's going on. Cracks of lightning, thudding of giant steps, and boulders smacking against a tower. As you get close to where this is happening, you see one of the monks sort of does like a quadruple backflip. One of the giants tries to hit him with its club, and he uses it to spring off and towards you and catches you in the air and spins you around to land on the ground. It's Ichiro, he's sort of the like martial master of these monks, someone you had a very good relationship with. He gave you an heirloom gift, that sword you described earlier. He sort of whips out this staff that's a giant calligraphy pen and takes out a little piece of parchment and so quickly writes a note and hands it to you. That says, you've never heard his voice, so I won't even bother doing a voice. It says, Sheikh Samit has the playbills. He's at the top of the tower. He's doing his best to fortify the tower against the attacks that are happening. That's sort of the like thrumming of the calligraphy that's happening. So he's occupied. I assume sort of at this point, Ilia and Reverie, you catch up. I assume you broke into a sprint once the turtle began flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you catch up to him right at this point. Yeah, you're about... Sorry. Yeah, you guys... Ichiro has stopped you. You're about 40 feet from the tower. 60 feet from the tower, like on your right, is a shorter but squatter parchment building. Reverie and Koru both know this is the Airy. This is where the Calligryphans are kept. Right as you're all reading this note from Ichiro about Samit at the top of the tower with the playbills, one of the giants sprints away from the tower and runs directly at the Airy and raises its club. Samit sort of like, as this is happening, drastically gestures for you three to deal with that. I would love for you all to roll initiative, please.
16.
10.
You want us to post them in the chat to help keep track of them?
No, I got it.
Oh, 21.
Ooh. Reverie, you said 10?
Yeah.
Got it. Or at 21. Amazing. Koru, you act first. You are 40 feet from the tower. In between you are 2 hill giants and about 15 monks that are engaging with them. 20 feet sort of that direction is the Airy and this giant with this club raised. What do you do?
I am going to run towards the giant that's nearing the Airy, and I am going to pull out my sword as I'm running towards him, and I'm going to attempt to hit him.
Hell yeah. Go for it.
With a 16?
Yep, that hits. This is a big, dumb baby. With no clothes on, to be clear.
Here. That's going to be 6 damage.
Hell yeah.
And then as my bonus action, I'd like to make a martial arts attack against him.
Love it.
For a 13 to hit.
That exactly hits.
Alright. For 10 damage on this one. As
Awesome.
I swing my sword, and as I'm like swinging the sword, I think I'm doing like this almost like graceful acrobatic arc where I'm like spinning downwards with the blade, and I'm bringing like one of my feet up in this like kind of backwards kick to hit him in the head.
Hell yeah. Spinning turtle. Spinning on your shell. Whipping around. Awesome. Sweet. Awesome. You are right next to this thing. And I'll jump by initiative order. Oh my god. Where did she go? There she is. Great. Ilia, you act next.
I will quickly get my Fotlucan band.
I literally, God, I have no idea. Folkluin?
Yeah.
Folkluin?
I pull that out of my case, and since it is a magical instrument, I imagine the rain's not going to screw it up. But I kind of like the effect that as it does, the rain falls on it, and she'll strum this out, and it reverbs off this. The rain kind of just reverbs off of it. And I will cast Fairy Fire through the instrument onto that giant, and I need a dexterity 13 saving
Yes,
throw.
indeed. Sweet, it'll make a dex save. 15?
Oh, it succeeds. So
Damn.
I am
It
even
rolled
more
very well.
sad than normal, and I will just kind of swing a little bit around to give a more flanking position.
Okay, so yeah, are you moving toward it at all? You're currently 20 feet away from it, and Koru next to it, and
I
the
think I'll
Aries
stay
like right there.
20 feet. Just want to you know, because there's the other giants like not very far from us too, and I kind of want to not be near them.
Absolutely, and that's smart. Yes. Okay, and then next up, Reverie, you're next.
All right. I think that Reverie is going to stay where she is, but she's going to focus on the hill giant that is going towards the area, and she's going to cast Magic Missile.
Ooh,
So I want all three of them to go.
Awesome.
And hit.
Tell me what it looks like.
I think it's almost just like she conjures like a little needle, and they're almost like they have like threads almost connected to her fingers, but they break off of the threads and just like shoot.
Yes! Fucking rad!
Alright, the first one is 5 damage.
5.
The second one is 3 damage.
8.
And the last one is 2 damage.
Alright, 10. Nice. Yeah, you whip these needles out, pinging perfectly into this thing. Doesn't like it. Big dumb baby. Yeah, let's see.
And then just real quick, so that way, because I've never played a divination wizard before, if I do want to use one of my portents, one of my portent rolls, do I tell you before you roll?
Yes, before the roll happens. That's a good catch. Absolutely.
Just making sure.
Love it. Okay, next, I will say... Trying to figure out what to... I will say, all three of you, you can see this giant is, like, pretty injured. It's not horribly injured, but it's pretty injured. It's been fighting a bunch of these monks, and they don't look like they're fighting back against the monks. They looked like they were all just focusing on the tower. And because you three have fought a giant before, like... the one that you fought and defeated was probably like really, really injured before you even fought it. Just meant to say that in early initiative. Okay, after Reverie, I'm gonna roll a little something. Ooh, okay. I meant to have this pulled up. Sorry, give me one moment. Oh, wait. I have it in here. I am smart. Let me pull this up. Great. And then... Yeah, baby. Okay. Koru standing... Or, Reverie, are you moving at all? Or are you staying where you are?
No, I was just staying where I was.
Okay, incredible. Yep, and then... Oh, that didn't work. That's right. Yep. Koru, standing near the airy, you hear a scraping of claws on the airy door. And that is all. Okay. Next in the initiative is the giant. It is going to... It has its club raised. It's gonna try to smash that club down onto the airy. I'm gonna make a roll for that. Okay. It brings its club down and smash onto the airy. It's gonna do a pretty decent amount of damage. Plus... Oh. 12. Plus... Okay. So you actually see... you all see as this club smashes on the airy that this was a solid hit, and you see this club... Like, you guys fought one of these things before and know that, like, this thing could maybe kill at least one of you. Like, pretty, like, these are real lethal to you guys. It does nothing to the airy. A little behind the screen, the airy has a damage threshold due to sort of the, like, magical fortification of the calligraphy. It's gonna take another attack on it. And it smacks it, and it doesn't hit hard enough to do anything. After that, Ichiro dashes back towards the two giants at the tower. The two of you who are still standing like where he was, you can see that the monks are not like super in danger, but it is like a challenge for them to hold off two of these things at once. You see that as Ichiro dashes there, he whips out this like really long piece of parchment, and like 5 other monks grab it and rush towards the feet of one of the giants and attempt to trip it, and it doesn't work, and the giant continues to hurl rocks at the tower. We go back up to Koru at the top.
So with Fairy Fire, I would have advantage on...
It
this
failed,
giant.
or it succeeded, so it doesn't have the Fairy Fire, unfortunately.
That is how it would work, though.
Yeah, I think...
You are correct.
I think either way, I am going to be trying to attack this thing again with my short sword.
Do it.
24 to hit?
Yeah.
That's going to be 8 damage on the first attack. And then
Sweet.
I would like to use one of my flurry of blows here.
Ooh, hell yeah.
And this is actually going to be one of my first times kind of playing around with this one here. So what I'd like to try and do is use my flurry of blows to topple him. Let me just post this into here quick. That way I can get your...
Knock him prone. So you do have to hit him first.
So that's hitting him using one of my flurry of blows, correct?
Yeah, so you use flurry of blows, so now you make 2 attacks, but 1 at a time. Yeah.
Awesome. So that is going to be a dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. And then that is only going to be 5 damage, but I'd like to try and topple him, and that's going to be a DC 14 save.
Perfect. Dex, right?
Yeah.
He rolls a 5.
Yeah! Incredible. Great. That wilted flower that was on your tapestry comes out right at this moment and appears just under the giant's foot, enough to tip it backwards. These things have horrible balance. They weigh 1,000,000 pounds and they're dumb. He falls flat on his ass.
So since I get 2 attacks with my flurry of blows, this next one will be at advantage because he's prone.
Yes, indeed. Right? Do it. Do it up.
So that's a natural 20.
Yes.
Yeah! Yes, it is.
19 and a 20 on the dice, so I will take that. And I'm throwing dice around on the floor. That's a 5 and a 2 plus 8 is 15 damage.
Ooh. Wait, plus 8?
Yeah, or is it does it only add the plus 4 for the crit?
Yeah, you don't usually double the bonus.
Oh, yeah, you don't
just
double the
dice.
modifier. Yeah.
Okay, so it would only be 11 then.
11. Okay, this thing does not look happy, and it looks pretty injured. So what does it look like as you knock this thing prone and then throat punch it so hard it coughs up blood?
Yeah, so I think with my first strike that hit, I'm just kind of slashing across it and trying to make it maybe even step back just a little bit. And while he's moving backwards, I'm using his own momentum against him, probably like throwing a leg behind him and trying to trip him. And as he's going down, I'm probably just like throwing a punch as he's falling and trying to, like, as you said, throat punch him on his way down.
Hell yeah. Damn. Okay, teamwork. Yes. Okay, Ilia.
Okay, so he's on his butt.
Tummy
Probably got
time. Or I guess back time.
He probably has a lot of constitution. Has a big,
No, you should cast a Constitution save.
Yeah,
What?
should I?
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
I realized I took a lot
Do
of
a
save or
strength
suck
check
spells,
against him.
so I guess
It's
I'll do a vicious mockery. Simple but effective. I need a wisdom saving throw.
Love
DC
it. Not very
13.
wise. That's an 8.
Yay! So he takes 1d6 damage, which is a 1. And I think the
counts.
vicious mockery that she does is just a whisper that only he can hear, and it's just like, you are worthless. And yeah, he now should have disadvantage on his next attack.
On his
roll.
next attack, yeah.
And then I'll do what I'm supposed to do, which as a bard, and inspire somebody. So after I say that mean thing to him, I turn to Reverie and what do I say that's encouraging to her while I'm sad?
Anything, honestly, so.
Yeah. Don't die. And you get a 1d6.
Amazing. I believe you have a special ability with when you give someone bardic. Am I wrong?
I think it's only in certain circumstances, but
You have moon stuff, right?
yeah, you're right. I should have read this better. Sorry, hold on.
That's okay.
It's action to give a creature a bardic inspiration die. You can have the... So yeah, I can turn invisible, and that's what I'll do. I turn invisible,
Hell yeah.
and I can teleport 30 feet away. So I'll turn invisible and teleport. Like, I'll stay within, the battle range. I don't want to get too far out, but I'll teleport
Got
like
it.
30
Further
feet into an...
back.
Yeah, just so that the giant won't know where I'm at now.
I mean, you're invisible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible. You whisper, "You're worthless." This giant does not speak the language you're talking to it in, but it is still affected by the emotion, by the hate behind it, the contempt. And then you turn to your ally and say, "Don't die," and vanish. Which is perfect. Very bardic. I think as you give this bardic and turn invisible, there's like the littlest bit of sort of like glittering silver music around Ilia as she vanishes.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then... Hello? Oh, Reverie, you're right after that.
All right. So I think that Reverie is going to just kind of like hold her hand out, and it makes like almost this clear, like, it doesn't have a lot of substance, but you can see that it's kind of an orb. And I'm going to try and hurl a chromatic orb at this dude.
Ooh, hell yeah. Do it.
Do we have advantage right now? Because he's toppled? Or no?
I'm gonna take a page from DM Sarah's book of normally ranged you have disadvantage when something is prone, but this is a baby who's wailing on the ground, so you absolutely have advantage on it.
Okay, perfect. $11.
11 does not hit.
That's fine.
But Bardic, 1d6.
You do have a bardic. A d6 of
You're
bardic.
right. You're right. Okay.
You just need to roll a 2 or higher.
I rolled a 4, so it's a 15.
Yes! Hell yeah, that hits.
All right. So as like just kind of like the colorless gray orb, as it reaches kind of like right over the giant, it almost catches some of the lightning coming down from the sky to like really just catch like that lightning energy, and then it
Love it.
summons that bolt like on top of him.
Hell yeah.
So 3d8 lightning
3?
damage.
It's too
Yeah.
many. Do a D2.
No. 11.
11 damage. Damn. Oh, Jesus.
And in the rain, I'd
Okay.
like to imagine how it's just like sparking all over the place afterwards.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, with chromatic orb, you get to choose like a type of damage, right? Which
Yeah.
was it?
So I did lightning. I kind of like made it as if I was harnessing the storm to power it.
Yeah.
Do you have any sort of color with your magic? Like, does it show up as any sort of particular color for you, or do you think?
I think it might be slightly different, depending on what it is. But I'll say for this one, just like a really like rich, like navy blue color.
Take it.
Fuck yeah. Some dark navy lightning crackles on this big dumb baby. Incredible. After you roll a little something here. Nope. Then it is the giant's turn. It has a disadvantage on its next attack. It's real mad. There's a turtle that just tripped it, and it doesn't know where any of the other effects is coming from because it's a dumb baby. It's gonna attack Koru at disadvantage. Does a 19 hit you?
The 19 does.
Okay. It's okay. Ooh. So you take 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
I take a reaction here.
Oh, yeah. Hell
So
yeah.
on a D10, I rolled 7, plus 7 is 14, so I reduced that attack by 14, so I think I only take 7 damage from that.
Hell yeah. Or 6. It was 20
6,
damage,
yes,
right?
I can math.
Yeah. No problem. And remember, you all have 10 temp HP.
Yes.
Sweet. And that's does that require a little, whatever they call it, key point?
Not for
Or
that
it's just
one.
a thing?
That one's just a reaction that I do. Yeah.
Sick.
And
Bludgeoning.
then just for future reference, if I'm able to reduce it to 0, I have a chance to redirect it to...
So redirect that
yeah.
energy. Fucking sick. Okay, what does it look like? This thing smashes down in a blow that would, take away a third of your hit points, and instead it just sort of like bonks you a little.
Yeah, I think it's just him using his speed, like his deceptive speed, to his advantage. So instead of like this thing coming down on him and like cracking his shell, he's able to just move just away from it, so it's just a grazing blow, just probably across him, maybe rips the robes up a little bit, but doesn't actually hurt too bad,
Sweet. He's gonna stand up sort of lumberingly, and he is going to pick up a rock. Actually, I'm gonna say Koru, because you're close enough now, sort of on the side of the area, like the part you're at has the door, but then up and around the side that you could just barely see is like the big window where the Calligryphans would normally, fly in and out at their own leisure. There's a rock blocking that. This giant is gonna stand up, and man, it really doesn't like Koru. Let me roll a little. Okay, it's going to swing its club down on the area. That pings uselessly off of it. I'm gonna make a wisdom check for the other two giants. Okay, one of them succeeds. So you guys, I guess all three of you would see that one of these giants seems to notice that the other guy is having some trouble and turns around and is gonna hurl a rock at the area as well, and absolutely does not hit it with any impact. Big dumb baby. Great. That is, they're kind of doing okay. He's doing all right. Okay, Koru, we're back up to you. You have defied death.
I think I'm going to try and hit this gentleman again. Or maybe not.
Do it.
Baby.
Big baby.
13 again?
That hits. And he is standing up now.
Right. This is going to be 8 damage for the short sword attack. And then as a bonus action, I'm just going to try and punch him again.
Sweet.
17.
Yep.
And 6 damage.
Okay, looking so bad.
And I think
Awesome.
that this one, it's just like he's very fluid in his movement. So he's backing up from that like blow that he just took. And it's almost like he's turning around and like running up the club and trying to like slash at him again and punch him on his way back down as he floats to the ground gracefully.
Hell yeah. Sick. Okay, Ilia, you become visible again, I assume?
Let me double check. I think it might wait until I do something, I hope.
It's maybe until the start of your
lasts
next
until
turn.
the start of my next turn. Yeah, so I become visible. No advantages for me. But that's okay. I'll just viciously mock it again, because that seems to work.
Great.
You know, we're calling it a baby, so she'll just call it a baby, like you're nothing but a baby. And I like a wisdom saying.
15.
Oh, it succeeds that time. But then I think because of the fact that it's somewhat focusing on Koru now, I'll inspire him and just look at him and say, keep it up. And you are inspired as I, again, go invisible. This time I'm going to get a little closer to it, because I want to, if it's still around next turn, I want to try something stupid. So I want to get a little closer to it.
I love trying something stupid. Please. Please do. Incredible. Okay, so you get a little closer. How much closer? It's only, well, I guess it's about 50 feet away from you.
Yeah,
so
I'll just go the full 30 back
movement
towards it.
Okay, sweet. So you're about 20 feet from it now. I know. No, don't worry. Listen, if there's not a chance of a TPK in the very first session, what are we doing?
This is a D&D then.
They said nervously. Yeah. Incredible. So that was Ilia. Reverie, you're up.
All right. I'm going to try to hit him with a firebolt.
Hell yeah. Do it up.
So that is 25 to hit. I rolled really good.
25? Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So I think that you almost just see, again, it's like that thread connected to her finger and a needle shoots out and like it jabs him. And then there's like this deep red flame that goes down the needle and goes straight towards him. And 5 damage.
Damage. This thing is so close to death. Yeah, this needle hits it. Just more screaming baby. This poor baby is like, thought he would be so strong and thick and powerful, and then you guys have just been beating it up. You're beating up a baby. Does anyone want to take back any of the damage they've done? Okay, no. Guilt trip failed. Okay, amazing. Inside the area, I'm gonna roll for something. Absolutely not. You all hear like just the shrieking of griffins, just absolutely panicking inside this area. Then this giant is going to make. Yep. Okay, so that's bad. It swings its club down twice. Plus. Yep. And we'll do 4. Okay. Great. Awesome. You see this giant whack its club, just ignoring you, onto the area and takes like a little bit of a chunk out of the roof, creating just like a tiny hole, and the parchment begins to like crumple in on itself a little bit. I'm gonna make, there is one of the 2 giants that is engaged by the monks is now paying attention to what's going on with y'all. I'm gonna make a wisdom check for the other one. It fails. Okay, the giant that is paying attention is going to throw another rock. That absolutely hits. Oh, I don't have the dice I need. Hold on. Yep. Okay, you see this giant. Hold on, please. Yeah. Okay, you see this other giant. It is engaged by these monks, but is ignoring them as they're like swarming it and punching it, and picks up a huge rock and throws it. And that same like hole that the giant bashed into it, it continues to like not break open, but it is sort of crumbling in on itself. And you hear more of the just panicked shrieks. Apologies to if that audio is horrible, but deal with it. Great. The monks, they're gonna try. Yep. The one that just threw a rock, the monks holding that same like long parchment scroll, wrap the feet of that giant and pull it tight, and the giant falls over and goes prone. At the top of the round, Koru, there's a big dumb baby in front of you. It is just gushing blood, scraped all over, burning. Also, like, psychologically tormented, even though it doesn't know language.
So we haven't really talked about this, but what is, like, action economy for, like, opening doors and stuff like that? Is that an action, bonus action, free action?
I'd say, like, object interaction. Like, you get a free object interaction on your turn. I will say, what's your passive perception like?
16.
Okay, there's a lot going on, but you're very perceptive. You also grew up here. The door to the Airy is like there's like a metal like bar outside of it, like you'd have on like a gate in a barn. That is like bent and like pushed into the door. So the door is jammed. I'll tell you now, that's what I've been rolling. The Calligryphans get a turn to make a wisdom check to see if they can calm down and have one of them attack the door. They're not calm.
Now,
yeah.
Would you be like open to giving me an insight on maybe whether it's worth going over and trying to save them or trying to focus on what's in front of me?
Ooh, yeah, go for it. Give me an insight.
It's a 2 on the dice, and I think I've got a +4, so 6 total.
You think that the giant in front of you is a creature of like such enormous hit point pool that it is like a pyrrhic effort to try to kill this thing. I'll also say, and kind of, yeah, whatever, like you all know, in order to deal with this door, you can make a thieves tools check. I don't think any of you have that. You can make a wood carver's tools check because it's a wooden door, or you can make an athletics check. The athletics check will be more difficult.
Can I make a pan flute check?
Yeah, charm a door.
No, I think for myself, I think I'm going to use one of my bonus actions here to disengage by using my patient defense, and I think with that, I'm going to charge towards the door, and I'm just going to try and athletics drop kick this door open.
Sick. Give it a go.
That is a 18.
Yeah. Okay, you sprint towards this door. You like know the like creak of this door is one of those things that's like part of your childhood. Like you could feel from half a mile away when someone opened that door. You know its weak spots, you know how it bends, unfolds. You rush at it and whip around to just smash it open with your shell and sort of like skid and kip up. God, a turtle kipping off the ground is so gross. I don't like that image.
Just picture Mario Kart.
Yeah, Mario Kart, absolutely. Oh, I should have said this before. Yeah, that would be your action.
Yeah, totally. And
okay, great.
So that's bonus action to disengage, action to kick the door open.
Love it. Sweet. You do that. At the you go in, you see a shrieking vortex of black ink. You know that these calligraphans are, big griffins made out of like inky black feathers, and that they are sort of amorphous in their natural state. You can tell that they're very panicked. They're not intelligent creatures, so they're just freaking out, and there's just kind of this floating tornado of ink inside here. Is that the end of your turn? You have other movement if you want to run around in the ink.
I think maybe if anything, I might just like go to the other side of the doorway and take cover and try and assess the situation now that I've got this door open, and just take that moment to assess the field.
Totally. At the end of your turn, give me a dexterity saving throw.
21.
Okay, great. You see that this vortex is like not in one static place. It's like running around, and there's like claws and beaks sort of coming out of it occasionally, and you narrowly dodge just a claw of a panicked animal. Amazing. Okay, that is Ilia.
All right, so reappearing.
Visible again.
So I kind of imagined that I was more behind the giant, and then the Ares like in front of it. Which I guess I should have specified, but that was in my mind's eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
So I want to run up as close as I can get to its heel and put out the portable hole to try to trip it. And I figured I could put it up next to its heel and then back off and say, like, hey, to get its attention, and try to get it to turn around and trip on the hole.
Okay. Yeah. God. When I was like, I'm going to give them a portable hole, I was like, the shenanigans. But I was like, maybe it'll take them some time to make shenanigans. No, immediately. Okay. You run up, you spread the portable hole. Make an intimidation check in order to get this thing's attention. Yeah.
No.
Well,
I got an 8.
okay. Yeah, okay. I did roll a wisdom check. I was having you set a DC. It got a 15. It does not react. I will say, make an insight check.
Okay. 15.
Okay. This, like, should have worked, probably. Mm-hmm. You've been traveling the world long enough and have been in Pictora and fought hill giants. The way that they're acting is very abnormal. Like, there's intelligence and intent in what they're doing. Like, they're dumb.
Yeah.
But, like, normally this dumb baby should have turned around and been like, loud noise. But it's like, you see that it has focus on what it's doing.
Okay. Do I still see Koru in my line of sight? Like if I look between his legs?
Into the area and is you can't see him because he ducked to take cover inside the door. Yeah.
I'm gonna hang on to my last inspiration for the moment and just back up now, because I assume all of that took an action to like set that up and try to get its attention. Yeah. So
that was awesome. Loved it though. I literally looked up the dimensions of a portable hole to be like, would they be able to like get a giant in there? And I was like, no. But
I didn't think to get it in. But yeah, exactly. If he steps wrong.
Awesome. Okay, Reverie.
All right. I am going to try to hit the one over by the area with a ray of frost.
Incredible. Do it.
17?
Yeah.
All right. So that is 1d8 damage. Ooh, 8 damage.
8 damage?
And then, yes. And she did not want him to be able to like go after Koru. I think it slows their movement down to like, yeah, it's reduced to 10 feet. So it's almost like where she tried to do the trick with the portable hole, it like inspires me, and I just make like a circle of just kind of like ice and like trap his feet in it a little bit.
Yup. Well, the thing is that it reduces its speed to 0 permanently, because you kill it. What does it look like when you kill this hill giant?
I think that she just intends to do the feat, and then it almost ends up, because she kind of rolled max damage on that, so it ends up being more powerful than she really anticipated, and the ice just rushes up the whole thing until it just covers him all the way up to the head.
Sick. Just like frozen, falls on the ground and shatters. Giant ice cubes. Incredible. Let's see. That was amazing. Do you want to use any of your movement? There is... That giant is gone now. You see the airy doors open. You don't see Koru. You do see Ilia for the first time. You also... You're highly intelligent. The monks are, like, warriors of notable prowess. They are not super... Like, they're not very, very powerful. You think that they probably have it handled with the other two giants, except for the fact that one of them is now focused on the airy. I'll also say, what's your passive perception, insight, or investigation? Whatever is higher.
My passive investigation is 16.
Okay. Let's see. On a 16, I'm gonna roll something here. Yeah. On a 16, I would say that you see the tower has been dealt significant damage. You don't think it's coming down anytime soon, and you think that it is... The odds are in the favor of the monks, that they'll be able to deal with this before the tower crashes. However, the airy is still being attacked by at least one giant throwing rocks. I'll say you and Koru, or I don't know, kind of all of you are noticing in this moment that, like, why are these giants acting with intent? Normally they're just like literally hungry babies, like age-driven, and now they're like sacrificing their own safety to throw rocks.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
I'm curious, with that insight that I had rolled earlier, asking, or like kind of thinking of what the Ser Huecryer, sorry if I butchered that.
Huecryer?
Huecryer, yes. So I know that she had mentioned like there was that giant problem earlier. Is this something that she was talking about? Like, this is different than what we've seen with giants previously, right?
Oh, that's a really good question. I don't know if you got that read on her in the moment. I think you make that connection, and maybe it's more of a question of, does she know this and that's what she was referencing, or was it just numbers? But this certainly is like, oh, that's another, like, the giants are being different now. Yeah. For sure. Reverie, do you want to take any movement?
Yeah, I think she would be concerned about not seeing Koru anymore, so I'm going to take my movement towards the airy.
Love it. You can get right in there with your 30 feet of movement. You see Koru beside you at the door, and this same, like, vortex of shrieking calligryphans.
Is there a chance that if I notice her coming, I can tell her not to actually step through the doorway because there's potential danger in there?
Yeah.
Just don't come all the way in. You might get hurt.
Okay. And then Reverie just kind of, like, hesitates in front of the door.
Standing in the doorway, being like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah. I'm gonna make a roll for the calligryphans. Nope. Okay. Giants. There's one giant that hits, and we're gonna make a wisdom. Nope. Okay. And then we'll do... Yep. Okay. The one giant that's been throwing rocks at the Airy hits it with another one. Koru, inside, you feel... Oof. Okay. Pretty injured. Yeah, Koru, inside you feel this like crumbling of the walls. It is crumbling like fully inward, and the shrieking of the swarm intensifies. Reverie, standing like in the doorway, you see the doorway like crack and sort of begin to bend inward. And then I'm gonna roll for the monks here. Okay. Excellent. Okay, Koru, back up to you.
How far away is the giant that just threw the stone?
It is... It's about 60 feet.
So I think I'm going to charge towards it. Just no real question of my own safety. This is my home, and I sacrificed myself for my home, you know. So I'm charging straight for this thing. I'm using my bonus action, Step of the Wind again, to get that full distance towards it. Awesome. And I'm just, if I still have that little bit of lift that you mentioned earlier, I'm like trying to just jump up and two-hand drive this thing into this giant in front of me.
Yep. Do it.
That's a 16.
That hits.
And 11 for the damage.
Amazing. Also roll it with advantage. Just in case you can.
19 again. Or 19.
Okay, yeah.
16, so.
Perfect. And it was 11 damage?
11 damage total.
Incredible. Okay, you do see that that both of these giants, now that you're close to them, are like very badly injured. They've been fighting off a group of monks this whole time, and they've also mostly, like, they're not even trying to attack them. They're just throwing rocks. So they're, like, real fucked up, and with that 11 damage, you hear, like, a little bit of a, I don't know, I think the giant's knee, like, twists a little bit, and there's sort of a crack in its kneecap. It's not doing well. Oh, sorry, moth suddenly in my room. I was so scared. Terror. Okay, great. Ilia, that's your turn.
I hate moths. Moths freak me out.
Really?
Yeah.
I like moths.
Yeah, me too.
Well, my mom was always scared of them. I think I inherited it from her. But they are creepy. They fly in your face. They get that powder on you.
Yum.
So I think for the moment I'm going to leave the hole because I don't want to use an action to have to pick it up right now. But everything I have is con or strength saves except for fucking vicious mockery. So I'm going to do vicious mockery again at the one throwing the rocks at the Airy. And
to be fair, that is like the Warlock's Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. So wisdom save 13.
Great. 12.
Yay! So 1d6 damage. I don't know what I'll say to it yet, but 3 damage, and it'll have disadvantage on its next attack at least.
Love
and
it.
I think all I say is like you're dirt. Very simple insults that I can't understand.
That's incredible. To a hill giant, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's like,
mud?
yeah, yay! How about mud?
You're gonna be
mud
eating worms.
Insect.
Incredible.
There we go. I'll just call it insect.
There you go.
And
You see it wince. Yeah, it, like, cracked its knee and then winced in this psychic pain. Anything else from you? Any movement?
No, but I think I'll inspire Koru since he's up now next to 2 giants. And I'll just say to him, like,
or not Bardic Inspirations stack. Do I have 2 of them?
No.
Oh, so you still
can only
have
have
one?
one at
Then never
once.
mind. I'll inspire Reverie then.
Wow.
And just tell her, stay safe.
Second place, huh?
She's
Now we
not
know
in
the
the
pecking
most
order.
danger.
That's true.
That's all. It's just danger.
Amazing. Well,
and
Reverie,
then I turn invisible, but I won't teleport. I'll chill at my distance.
great. Awesome.
All right.
Reverie, that's you.
All right. So you said that there's a rock that was blocking kind of the window that the Calligryphans usually use to like go in and out of Say Please.
Yeah.
Does this look like just one of the rocks that these giants have been throwing?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I get the sense that even though the door's open, they're kind of just like they're just animals and they're just used to the way that they do things, and maybe if the window is clear, it might calm them?
Ooh. Yes, absolutely. And additionally, it's also possible that you could try to calm them or one of them, but I actually think that doesn't even require like an insight check. I think that is very insightful and grounded of they should be able to get out of the open door since they can have this like amorphous form, but they are just the habit of no, that's how I get out and it's blocked. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think Reverie's not like particularly talented or charismatic with animals, so I think she's going to kind of go over to where the rock is, and I'm just going to hit the rock with a magic missile and see if I can just basically disintegrate it, or at least break it off enough that the window is clear.
Sweet.
All right.
Yeah, roll the damage.
Hell yeah. Oh. All right. 11 total.
Okay, I was about to say you have to do 10 points of damage to it. Yeah, you walk over to where you see this rock and whip out 3 more of those like tapestry needles with the thread, and they shoot forward and like just perfectly nail. You're able to just absolutely aim right where there's just the tiniest bit of like crack and chip in the rock, and it just splits into 3 parts and falls out the window.
Perfect.
Yeah, and then you see a swarm of black ink just shoot out, and as it comes out, it like explodes into 15 or 20 of these like horse-sized beautiful Calligryphans. I mean, you've definitely met them, probably even ridden one before because you studied here. And I will say, because that move is so fucking cool, that one of them, you can even tell me if it's one that you rode before and name it, that one of them swoops down and like lands at your feet and sort of bucks you like up with its beak onto it.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. I think she just kind of tries to like stroke it a little bit, and she's just like, I missed you.
Cute. Tell me the name whenever you have it. It doesn't have to be now.
I will name it Beloved.
Aw.
Beloved?
Yes.
I love that.
So cute. Beloved looks up at you, and you can tell that it's like kind of shaking, like there's like still a lot of panic, but it gives kind of a like just a little bit of coo of like recognition and affection. Amazing. Well, that's actually the Calligryphan's turn next. Before your Calligrypha, Beloved, can act on your turn, but also its turn is right after you. It has a flying speed of 80 feet. I meant to give you the sheet. It can attack twice, whatever. Like, do you want it to do anything? Do you want to go anywhere, or are you just staying where you are?
Yes. Let's do something. I guess probably the same giant that Koru was attacking. She's going to have it kind of flank.
Incredible.
And do a couple of attacks.
Yeah, roll 2d20 and do... it gets 2 attacks. Do them both with advantage because this giant is just swarmed by enemies.
Okay. The first one is a 10.
That does not hit.
Okay. And the second one, I rolled 2 ones.
No!
It's still scared. It's still
I was gonna
reading.
say,
Yeah.
Put him in jail.
yeah, it bravely flies towards the giant and like tries to attack and is just like shaking. And
Yeah.
you also see these Calligryphans, their claws are like little pen nibs, and the same with the beak. Amazing. Let's see. Sorry. Dice jail. Yeah, kill him. Burn your dice. Well, actually, that Reverie was a really good move for many reasons, because the Calligryphan swarm that just escaped from its bonding now turns back into a flock, and they just absolutely swarm these 2 giants as well. I won't even try. I'm not gonna roll 25 individual characters. There are monks, there are giant birds, there are all of you. These last 2 giants just like go down with like barely even a fight. They're just ripped apart by Calligryphans and punched to death by monks, and Ilia is saying mean things to them in their head. Awesome. Yeah, sweet. These giants are dead. Well done. And none of the Calligryphans died. And none of you died, which is annoying.
I will pick up the portable pole and fold it up again and make
Nice.
sure it gets put away, and put away my instrument out of the rain and head on over to everybody else.
I think Koru is looking for 2 people in particular, and that's Ishiro and making sure he survived the fight, and Haru, and seeing if she was even out there for the fight.
Ichiro is definitely there. He looks okay. He's alive. You look over and see him like performing some first aid on a monk who was knocked unconscious. You all see that the monks, like, they're all like pretty badly battered, but no one died. That was sort of the like, they can handle this, but there's risk, but like, they could probably mostly be okay. So they look okay. You look around, you don't see Haru.
I think I am going over to Ishiro after the combat, and not necessarily my new allies, and just checking in with him, seeing what our next plan of attack is here, because I definitely defer to him as my training master, you know?
What do you say to him?
That was interesting. You said Sheikh Shamu was at the top. Do we
Yeah, sorry. Samit. Sorry, I should have, here. Sheikh Samit. S-A-M-I-T. Samit. Shamu?
I am going to get these wrong constantly, and it's not
fine.
on purpose.
There's so many names. I just am not like, I don't want it to be like Tyler. Don't talk to Fred, the ancient monk man. Like, yeah.
Fred the ancient monk. Actually, that'd be a cool monk, though.
Fred monk. That's a pretty monk. Yeah, he like takes his pen staff and sort of plants it in the ground and gives you a like, you know, Roman handshake a little bit, like a nod, and points up at the top of the tower. That's sort of like, it looks like it's a little bit crooked, like it got damaged, but not, you know, they can fix it up.
I would actually point out to, like, or say to Reverie, like, do you think you can mend any of this?
Yeah, I could probably try. How many people can ride on a Calligryphan?
I would say 2, or like
Right.
maybe I would say 2 without being slowed, because they're big, strong boys. 3 and, you know, about half speed.
All right. I feel like she'll probably just hold a hand down to Ilia and just say, "Well, do you want to go to the top?"
I'll take the hand and hop on up behind her.
Would Koru have his own Calligrypha in there?
Oh, good question. I don't think they are like owned by any individuals. I think there's likely one that was like the main one and your preferred one that you had more of a relationship, but they're more of like a community. Like when someone needs to get a message somewhere really fast, they're like, what Calligrypha is available? Like, we're going with it. Yeah.
So if I had a relationship with one previously, I'd probably try and call out to it and just be like, Blotty, come here.
Blotty. Blotty. I'm writing it down. You see
these
Blotty.
names.
It's like a little bit of a fucked up one.
Oh, yeah. And I hop up on its back and start riding up with them.
Hell yeah.
I'm right.
Yeah, you guys... Yeah. You guys go straight up the tower. There is a, like, window right at the top that you look in and you see Sheikh Samit, this, like, dark brown-skinned guy with really thick, curly, dark hair and beautiful dark eyes, standing there, and he's, like, holding his pen staff and has another hand out, and there's sort of, like, pulsing magic, this, like, really ornate calligraphy all on like the dome inside of this like greens and blues and purples and images of animals and plants sort of like pulsing, and you like see the tower righting itself a little bit. Yeah, and his back is to you.
Well, I don't necessarily want to take him by surprise. I don't know if I'm slightly behind the other two with the arrival to the top, but I think if anything, I'm going in there. He's the leader of my order, I guess, in a sense, so I'm kind of going in there with a little bit of reverence, and I'm not trying to interrupt his process by any means, but I do kind of want to let him know that we're there and we're there to help.
Yeah. Sweet. So do you jump in the window?
Yeah.
Sweet. You go in the window. You see he like puts his hand down that's doing magic, and he holds up like a 1 sec. And you see him just like just takes sort of a long breath and lets it out with no noise. I should have done that silently, of course. And sort of lays down his like pen staff on like a little very monastic desk and turns around and gives a bow to the three of you.
I think if there's like a sort of formal bow that the monks do to each other, I'll probably return in kind.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah.
No. The silent
I will
bow. No.
mimic their bow after watching Koru do it.
Sweet. He sort of gestures like to the ground by his side, and there is an umbrella sort of facing the window, and under the umbrella there is a like canvas sack that you see these like beautiful little calligraphied pieces of paper coming out of.
Yeah, and I think if anything too, like I'm trying to respond to him in kind. Like I'm not trying to speak because for me at least that's a breach here. So I'm trying to use the calligraphy to try and explain our intent and pass it back and forth with him. Like we're passing notes in class.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think first off I'm writing like, is everything okay? Or what can we do to help? Question mark.
Mm-hmm. Take the note back and write a little bit. He hands it to you. It says, "The mending will be easy. These towers will take more to fall than some rocks. Mostly we were concerned about the safety of the animals, especially given they were to be steeds to help the show go on." Sort of like, he sort of gives like a shrug.
And kind of turning towards my allies so they can see what I'm writing. All right, this is unusual for giants, question mark. And then just kind of motion to the other two, like, is there anything that you want to add?
I'll take the pen and I'll try to mimic the calligraphy as best I can without wasting too much time. And just, add in, like, they seemed more focused and driven than they should have been.
I'm gonna make a little wisdom check for him. Okay, that's extremely good. He's the ancient head of a monastic order, so pretty good wisdom. He like looks thoughtful, and then he takes the calligraphy and draws something and turns it around, and there is a gorgeous lightning bolt and a question mark. He sort of underlines it.
Koru just thinks that this is probably the work of Reverie, and so he just like points to her and shrugs. Because he saw her do lightning earlier.
Yeah. He takes out a piece of paper and writes, no, not her. She is nice. She studied here for a while. And writes, he writes, the storm that occurred was stronger than normal. Storms like that only happen when storm giants are around.
So
he very quickly draws a perfect image of a storm giant.
I think for Koru, he writes back, Huecryer went to thunder. Responded to thunder, or something along that lines, and like maybe a ... question mark.
He just like circles the question mark and is like,
I point to the other two, like, meh.
Do you need help with anything else?
give me 1 sec. Or go ahead.
Just quick add-on. Hello, I am Ilia.
He nods. Hello, I'm Sheik Sanit. Gives you the silent bow. Yeah.
She'll return it.
Incredible.
I realize, like, she's the only one that hasn't met this guy before.
He takes out... He, like, reaches... He's probably just shirtless, wearing, like, little monk pants. But he reaches into a pocket and he takes out this, like, glittering emerald pen. It's, like, it looks like it's, like, made of emerald, like, calligraphy, but it's, like, so glittery and it's, like, a little pen. And he hands it to you, or offers it to you.
I'll accept.
And says... Wait, actually... and then he writes... deliver this to Sotatsu, who is the red dragonborn guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Emerald pen deliver to Sotatsu.
And everyone make me an insight check.
Okay. 6.
7.
Okay.
So insightful.
Yeah. Well, also, let me... Actually, wait. Koru, you... this guy's not a very good liar. On a 13, as he writes, like, deliver this to Sotatsu, you see there's, like, just the tiniest little, like, blush. Like, he seems like just, like, a little bit embarrassed.
Like, attraction embarrassed?
I don't think a 13 is high enough to know.
Okay.
There's like, secret, like, something that he doesn't want to talk more about.
I don't think I'm the one to pry, especially with me, like, master of the order, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep that for later, but not going to mention it right now.
Yeah. But I'll wrap it up in something nice so he knows I'm going to take care of it and put it in my pocket or bag or whatever I got to carry things.
Reverie, I'm going to say that you, especially because you're a scholar, without a check, this pen... How do I want to... It's fine. This pen casts illusory script at will.
Okay, so if she can recognize that, she definitely just looks really excited at it being in our possession.
Mm-hmm. Incredible. I think he actually takes the note where you had written like what else can we help you with, and he sort of like flips it upside down and does a little calligraphy on it to make it look the same, like upside down, the same question. Is there anything else we can help you with?
I think I write in response, like, we need the scripts for Ser Huecryer.
He lifts up this bag, the playbills, lifts up this bag of canvas. You look inside, and goddamn if these monks can't make some freaking art. You know, even some playbills. The playbill says in that, like, medieval calligraphy, it says, Dandelion formally invites you to the show, ultimate revival, in quotes. And then the inside is just, the left part of the page is just a huge portrait of Dandelion, and then just like 12 paragraphs all about Dandelion. There's like no other info. It's just a pamphlet about them.
I don't know that it's totally noticeable to the rest of you guys, but I think that you definitely notice like this little beam of pride in where he comes from in this skillful work here.
Yeah, they're stunning. They're ridiculous in content, but breathtaking in aesthetic. So he sort of hands you this bag.
On that, our conversation note, like, beautiful.
I think, like, trying to keep the silence, Reverie starts, like, miming to Ilia that she wants her to get the hole out, and they're going to put the things in the hole.
Do I pick up on what she's doing? Because I'd love to think I'm just sitting there wondering what the hell she means.
I'm miming a hole, and then I'm just like, you know.
How do you mime this hole? No, I'll pull out the portable hole and yeah, we'll get the playbills in there. Nice and safe.
Out of the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, Samit looks excited. Yeah, you do see that rain is like coming in. This window doesn't have like glass or a shutter. It's just like an open window, so there is rain sort of coming through. Yeah. He will write like, please, you are all welcome to rest here or out in the town, wherever you like. Your lodging will be free.
I'll look to the other two.
Yeah, I just respond with thank you and probably a formal bow again, and then a return to Bloody to get back down to the main level. Probably my intent here is to... Yeah. I'm picturing... I know, Jake, you said you didn't watch a lot of South Park, but I know the two of you may have watched a little bit. Do you guys remember that turkey episode? It was like a Thanksgiving special episode where Timmy got like a turkey, and it was also like a special needs turkey. That's what I'm exactly picturing with Bloody right now.
No, but that's hilarious.
But yeah, my goal when we get back down is I am probably going to separate from you two and return to the people that I know here, because it's been a long time that I've had a chance to reconnect with them.
You can also, they're also offering that you can stay in the tower. It's not like a luxury hotel, but there's plenty of space. And they have beer.
I'll probably write
monks.
to you guys since we're in here. It's like, it's not much, but
It's okay. You're sleeping on the floor. You probably sleep on a bed in town. But the food's good.
Whatever makes you both happy.
I think Reverie might write back and just be like, I might do the town for tonight, but meet you here in the morning? 3 question marks.
Exclamation point.
Yes.
Emojis on the
Yes.
Nice.
I think I'll, if Reverie's going back to town, I'll get on the Beloved with her and go with her.
Sweet. You all swoop down. It's a very small town. There's really only one place to stay. It's called the Inkwell. It's cute. It's stark, much like many things here in Calligrypha, and especially in Deshibo. But it's very beautiful, and the sheets are made of like silk and ink, and they're just like the lightest, coolest blankets and sheets you've ever slept on, and they give you, free lodgings, and Koru as well. You lodge up or spend as much time, catching up with old folks. I mean, catching up as much as you can with people who don't speak, but...
Yeah, I think for sure he'd want to go to try to find Haru, and since they kind of but adapted their own sign language together, he'd want to at least go and see if she's doing okay, because it's, like I said, it's probably been like 4 years since we've actually had that chance to bond. We've sent letters back and forth, but...
I think as you're walking, like, Ichiro grabs you, sort of gives you a wink and writes, like, I know who you're looking for, and then writes, she's not here. She's out on a, messaging. She went somewhere to take a message. Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Tell her I said hi. ...
And anything else? Sort of raises an eyebrow at you.
I mean, no, there was never really anything romantic between the two. It was more so like brother, sister, for sure.
Got it.
So it was... Yeah.
He scratches it out and writes, JK, I know that's your sister. Sorry for the weird joke. Been a long night.
Fuck those giants, right?
Fuck giants. Yeah, he gives you a high five.
I just love the idea of this beautiful calligraphy saying fuck giants.
Fuck giants. It's so stunning. Amazing. Well, you guys have a little meal in your separate little lodgings and get a full night's rest. And
y'all mind if we take a quick little bio break here?
Oh, I was about... how about a 1 week break?
Yeah, I don't know. I think we do just a bio break and continue on for another 4 hours.
Oh, I definitely have that much prepared. For sure. I definitely expected you guys to be able to kill that hill giant.
I mean, come on, Jake. I know you do a lot of improv. You can improv the rest of this for the next, 6 hours. 4 hours to 6 hours to 10 hours.
I have too much pride in making up names for things to be, put on the spot of, I don't know. Wait, this is a town that's important. What is it called? Even the Inkwell, I was sitting here being like, what's a pun? What's an ink pun? That's not even a good... That doesn't make sense for a hotel to be called the Inkwell. What are you talking about? I don't know.
I love that. I mean, I think it fits for the world we're in, so even if it's... Yeah.
Well, that's where you keep ink, right? That's where ink stays.
Yeah,
exactly.
So it's like you're the ink in the little ink. I don't know.
I like it.
Yeah. Sweet. Awesome. Well, we'll end there.
I love Reverie. She's so cute.
Yeah, right. So excited about everything.
Yeah. It is not at all the personality I set out, and then I was like, I'm going to be really calm and just kind of very very chill, and then everyone was very calm and chill, and I was like, I don't think 3 of us doing that is fun.
No, Jake was like, fuck you guys, I hate you all so much at the very beginning.
We're all quiet and calm, and we don't
Yeah.
talk. I think I'm kind of the silent type. Me too. Okay.
Thanks, guys. We really want to make this roleplay heavy.
Yeah, love it.
I'm glad that I decided
sad
to change
all
it
the
up.
time. I would be quiet.
Yeah.